Hello traders, and welcome to this video demonstration of the RobotFX Auto Recovery Expert Advisor, an expert advisor that you can download for free as a demo version from the robotfx.ro website. Just click the free download button right here in the left menu and select it from the list, and it will start downloading automatically, magically straight into your computer, and then you have to copy it in the experts folder. Now, the expert advisor was designed to recover the loss of a losing trade by hedging. Hedging, by the way, means to open an opposite order to an already open order. So a very fast explanation is, let's watch this picture. If you open or the trader opens a sell right here at this level of $1, instead of placing a stop loss at the stop loss distance, desired by the trader, instead of placing a stop loss, the expert advisor will place an opposite pending order, which will be, of course, a buy stop, and it will calculate the lot size of this buy stop. So if the price will continue higher, meaning going against us, right? Our trade was the sell. The win from this buy, which will be now an open buy, will overcome the loss of the losing sell, of the losing trade, which is the first sell. And sooner or later, at some level close to the take profit level, let's say, the sum of these opposite trades will be zero. At this point, the expert advisor will close both of them if the trader will instruct the expert advisor to do so. So basically, instead, the idea is not to lose money on the stop loss. Stop loss, it's the bad thing. Once you can start trading without using a stop loss, and once you will learn hedging, well, you will not lose money on the stop loss, obviously. That's why we prefer to open an opposite pending order. So as soon as the price will hit this pending order, the expert advisor will place another opposite pending order, which will be in this case a sell stop, and again it will calculate the size of this order. So the sum of the sells will be higher than the sum of the opposite orders of the buys, in case the price will drop down, and it will trigger the sell stop. So the opposite will happen. Sooner or later, the sum of these trades, the sells, which will be the winning trades now, will be higher than the sum of either the sum of the trades if there are multiple buys, or the sum of the only one buy, which as we have so far in this picture. So sooner or later, again, the sum of all the trades in the basket, 1, 2, 3 trades, will reach minimum profit, and by default it's set to very low, to 0 or 0 point something, and then the expert advisor is instructed to close the basket, and we didn't lose anything on the stop loss one more time. And this is a very useful, even if you don't want to use it all the time, it's very useful and very smartly integrated into the RobotFX Fluid Expert Advisor. And also the auto recovery is included, like integrated in the RobotFX non-lag moving average expert advisor. As in Fluid, for example, when we trade with the trend is down. As you can see, we sell, make money, and at some point we sell and the price reverses and goes up. Instead of losing money here, I don't know if you can see, instead of losing money here on the stop loss, the expert advisor, because it uses the same algorithm, the expert advisor places a buy stop, which is higher than the open sell right here. And both of these trades sooner or later reach minimum profit, break even, 0. The expert advisor closes them and resumes trading, this time the opposite direction, up, trading with the trend. But this is another expert advisor, so let's go back to auto recovery. Let me start by explaining there is an issue. One of our clients thought it's something of the expert advisor, and it brought this to our attention. And then we realize it hasn't been explained maybe in detail. So we thought about shooting another video, which is this one. Within the settings, as you can see, the expert advisor places opposite orders, sells and buys at a distance in pips that is chosen by the trader. We call this recovery zone. Sorry, I'm lost. Now, the recovery zone, you must be careful and do not set the recovery zone too low. If it is the recovery zone is, by the way, in pips. If it is too low, such as 2 pips, maybe you are a scalper, maybe you like scalping. Do mind that hedging, it's not good for scalping. Don't try to scalp or don't try to hedge when scalping. I don't advise. You must be very good trader to be able to do so, in my humble opinion. If you can do it, fine, but do understand and do pay attention to what I'm explaining right now, and try to understand how the expert advisor works before you use it scalping. Every time you open a trade, and in this example we have a sell order. If you open a sell order, the expert advisor will will also consider the slippage and the spread when placing the opposite order, which should be a buy stop. Now, if you open the sell order, and please start reading from here, if the ask price is below the highest side of the recovery zone, the recovery zone being this yellow-orange rectangle of only 20 points or 2 pips, right? This is wrong. If the ask price is below the, and by the way, the ask price, as you probably know already, is the thin red line right above the bid line, the price line. If the ask line is below the highest side of the recovery zone, below this side, minus the slippage, that means that is it will happen somewhere here at the one the price level mark 1 will happen somewhere here, and that is the point. That will be 5 pips lower, and that will be the point where the expert advisor will be able to place the pending order according to the instruction given by you, by the slippage, which is 3 pips, and by the spread, the distance between the bid and the price. So under this level, immediately under this level, the expert advisor will be able to place that pending buy right here, the other side of the recovery zone. And by the way, that is why it will, if you use recovery zone that small, the expert advisor might probably not work as it was designed to. You could also set the slippage to 0, and in this case we decrease this this distance from the higher high of the recovery zone, so it will be only the spread distance basically. As soon as the ask line, the red line, will be below the sell order, then the expert advisor will be able to place the pending buy. If you make the slippage to 0, but again, I don't really recommend that either. A long story short, one more time, the expert advisor is not designed for very low time frames, or with very low recovery zones, such as 1 pip, 2 pips, and so on. Yes, it works. Set the slippage to 0 if you want, but it wasn't designed to do that. And you shouldn't hedge. Again, you shouldn't hedge on when well, scalping. In my opinion, maybe you can do it. Now, this is if the price goes down. If the price goes up, right, then the expert advisor will not place a pending order. It will open an opposite order if the bid price, which is the this line right now, the price line, if the bid price is above the highest side, again the highest side of the recovery zone plus the slippage. So again, from here, 1, 2, 3, 30 points, 30 points being 3 pips, as we have in this example. Then the expert advisor will open a buy, straight a buy. Of course, the lot size of the buy will be calculated, so it will be higher than the sell. But the idea is, please understand this difference. And please understand how the expert advisor uses the slippage. And I'm going to try to explain it one more time. Now using the opposite, having the opposite, an open buy order. And giving the same bad example. The expert advisor, the recovery zone is very small, only 2 pips. That means that the expert advisor, if you open a buy order, which we did right here, the expert advisor should have placed a pending sell right here. However, it cannot do this because the recovery zone is too small. It's only 2 pips away, and again, the expert advisor was designed to place an opposite pending order, which is a sell stop, if the bid price, the price line on the chart, is above the lowest side of the recovery zone, lowest side of the recovery zone being here, plus the slippage. So it will happen 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 points high, 50 pips higher somewhere here at this line, right? Somewhere here, as soon as the price will hit this line, the expert advisor will be allowed, according to your settings, will be allowed to place the sell stop, and it will. Sell stop. Sorry, I'm writing something else. Anyway, if the price goes down. Right now we are in between, in no zone, so that's why the expert advisor in this area, recovery zone plus minus slippage, does nothing. If, however, the price will drop, then the expert advisor will open an opposite order as soon as the ask price, not visible on this chart, the other line should be a little higher than the bid line, is below the lowest side of the recovery zone, which is here, right? The lower side of the rectangle, minus the slippage. I mean this level minus the slippage, which is 30. 30 points or 3 pips. So as soon as the ask will be lower than this, somewhere this level, then the expert advisor will open an opposite order, a sell, no more sell stop. Well, I hope you understood. If it's not so too confusing, I hope you understood. I will put this. Well, you can always pause the video and read this one more time again. Anyway, if you didn't understand, you can always use the contact page on our website, and I'll try to explain it using different words, and I'll do my best. However, right now, let's talk about the settings a little. And maybe we will give more examples by using the settings, by trading the strategy tester, sorry. Now, you have, within the expert advisor settings, we have the option to set the recovery zone, the distance between the opposite trades, recovery zone. And this is in pips, distance between sells and buys, right? We also have the option to set a take profit, which is also in pips. And we have the option to set a break-even, meaning if the price will go in our favor 30 pips away from an open trade, then the expert advisor will place the stop loss right there at a trade at the level where the trade opened. Excuse me, at break-even. So if the price will reverse, you'll make zero pips, $0. Well, more or less, 1 or 2 cents. We have the option to use a hedge multiplier. If the hedge multiplier is set to true, then the expert advisor will calculate the size of the pending order the opposite order by multiplying the initial order, the lot size of the first order with that multiplier. So basically speaking, if you set the hedge multiplier to 2, then the expert, if you open this sell and the price will not go in your favor, then the price will go, the expert advisor will anyway place a buy stop at the recovery zone distance, 50 pips away. We'll place this buy stop and it will multiply the sell, the lot size of the previous order, $1 multiplied by 2, $2. That's correct. If the price will then continue up against you and this buy stop will get triggered, will not be a buy stop anymore, will be a buy. Then the expert advisor will place a sell stop, not exactly the right symbols, but anyway, we'll place a sell stop and it will calculate this sell stop. So the lot size of both of the same kind of trades, both of these sells will be double the lot size of the opposite, which is only this buy of lot size $2, right? So that means that this sell stop will be set to $3. So 1 plus 3 makes 4, and 4 is double than 2. And then if the price will go, let's say it didn't go up, it will resume down, and the price will go down in this case, and trigger this sell stop, which will not be a sell stop anymore. It will be a sell order of $3. Then the expert advisor will place a buy stop, which and again will calculate the size of this, the lot size of this trade. So the lot size of both buys will be double, 2 times the lot size of all the sells. So to make it double, we will have a buy stop of 6, right? Cannot see this. 2 plus 6, it's 8, and 8 is double than 4. And this is how that hedge multiplier works. So the lot size of one kind of trade, it's always double the lot size of the other kind of trade. Well, not necessarily double. Of course, it depends on what settings you use. Here you can make it triple, you can make it 4 times, 5 times bigger. Careful, you don't want to increase it too fast. However, make sure it is not 1 or smaller than 1. Because if the hedge multiplier is 1, basically it will not multiply and the expert advisor will not trade. Actually, it will remove itself from the chart as it will consider unnecessary, right? So make sure it's bigger than 1, even 1.1 it's enough to have the expert advisor running smoothly. If you don't want to use the multiplier, then you can ignore the hedge multiplier number and set the hedge multiplier to false. And in this case, the expert advisor will use the ratio between the recovery zone and the take profit to calculate the lot size of the opposite trade. And if this ratio is 1-on-1, such as 50 pips recovery zone, 50 pips take profit, or I don't know, 40 pips to 40 pips, or 100 to 100, 5 to 5. Again, make sure it is not too small, as we will have these issues. Then the expert advisor will calculate the next pending order by doubling the opposite pending orders, the same as when we have the hedge multiplier set to 2. Sorry. It will multiply them the same to make sure that the lot size of the opposite trade, it's always 2 times than the lot size of the other trade. Let me reset it to the default settings. And of course, you can set, you can play with the recovery zone or the take profit to set your, if you don't want to use the hedge multiplier, to find the appropriate lot size. Otherwise, use the lot size multiplier, and I don't know, maybe it is easier for you. Now, you have the option to set a maximum number of orders. That means that once you have this number, by default now 7, on the chart, 7 trades, the expert advisor will not open any other trade on the chart. Even more, you can instruct the expert advisor to close the trades at maximum orders. But careful, if you set this to true, the expert advisor will close all of them as soon as the 7th order will open. That means that there will be a loss, right? I personally never use this option, but it is useful if you need it, use it, right? It's kind of a nuclear option, let's say. Now, this is the minimum profit I was talking to you about. This is in account currency, let's say in dollars, and you can set this to 0. I like to set it to 0.01, which is 1 cent. So it makes me feel like I didn't close the trades on break even. I still gained something, which is 1 cent. And this is the profit that you are happy to close a basket of trades or a single trade. But let's focus on the basket of trades now. So as I said, the expert advisor ignore these trades. We have only 2. You open the sell, the price went against you, open the hedge order, in this case double the size. Sooner or later the price will not the price, the sum of these trades, it looks like I was going to say something bad. The price goes against you. Sooner or later the sum of these trades, the lot size of the profit of these 2 trades will reach that level of minimum profit, that profit of minimum profit, which with the default settings it's almost 0. And when this happens, you have the option to instruct the expert advisor either to close both trades, and the expert advisor will close these trades, and of course delete the pending order, or the pending order it placed on the chart. And that basically means that we didn't lose any money on the stop loss, right? We closed both of them at break even. We didn't lose anything. Also didn't gain anything, but better than losing money on stop loss. And this is what the minimum profit is for. However, if you think that, again, this is optional, if you think that the price will continue to go higher, this depends on the trading skills. You can also set the minimum profit to a higher amount. Let's say $10, $20, $30, and so on. And you can also set it to a negative value. Let's say $5, negative $5. If you enter $5 there, if you enter negative $5 there, then as soon as the price, as soon as the profit of one basket of trades will reach negative $5, and you have the closed trades at minimum profit set to true, well, the expert advisor will close them, right? So basically this is what closed trades at minimum profit means. I like to set it to break even, close to 0, because in my trading strategy and my trading mentality, once the price hit a buy stop, I consider this a losing trade, and my focus is only on how to close this basket at 0. So how to close it at 0, so like not losing money on the stop loss, right? I don't think about making money anymore. But this is again my trading style. As I said, you have the option to set the minimum profit as you wish. Either way, if you want a trade or a basket of trades to close at minimum profit, make sure you have closed trades at minimum profit set to true. If you want a trade or a basket of trades to close at take profit, make sure you have closed trades at take profit set to true also. And the expert advisor will close the trades once the price will reach the take profit line, which it should happen, well, with the default settings, it should happen, well, right at the take profit line. One thing to make, to understand, and this must be said, it's that the closed trades at take profit obeys the closed trades at minimum profit. That means that if you have a basket of trades opened, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades open, and the price goes finally with your last trade in your favor, there might be a chance that the price will pass the take profit and not close the basket of trades, because the sum of their profit will still not reach break even, or still not reach minimum profit. It will be smaller than minimum profit, right? So again, the closed trades at take profit obeys the minimum profit first, no matter what you do. Basically, you can set this to false, but the closed trade at take profit still obeys the minimum profit. In other words, the closed trade at take profit is only useful when you have one trade only. If you want to close this first trade, first sell, here are the take profit. Otherwise, if you have multiple trades open, well, then they will close at minimum profit anyway, first, and second at the take profit. As I said, you can close all the trades at once their number is reached, once you have maximum orders of trades on the chart. Slippage, it's a little high value. It should be lower, but don't make it too low unless you want to overcome this, and unless you want to try the expert advisor on with very low recovery zones, which I don't recommend. You can do it, but I don't recommend it. Again, it wasn't designed to trade recovery zones such as low as 2 pips and 1 pip and so on. It wasn't designed for scalping. You can try though. Can also set it to 0. Again, not recommended. Trade comment, I suggest you leave it as it is. It will place a comment which you will see in the in the history down there to make it easier for you to monitor trades open by this expert advisor. The magic number, if you trade manually and you want the expert advisor to manage the trades on that chart where you trade manually, then you should have the magic number set to -1. And the expert advisor will hedge the trade that you will open on the chart, right? However, if you want the expert advisor to hedge a trade opened by another expert advisor, make sure that the magic number will match. So both of those expert advisors will have, for example, 5555. And that no other expert advisor in your MetaTrader terminal is using that, just to be sure. Excuse me. Otherwise, leave it to -1. You have the option to show comments on the chart, which I don't enable right now because it will show to many things. There are useful things about the broker name, the broker limitations such as lot size, lot step, minimum lot size. And you should know that. Well, you should know what they mean. I won't go into teaching MetaTrader now or how to trade. And there's also an option to force hedge a trade open fail. Well, we call it like this long, difficult name. Force hedge a trade open fail basically means to open a trade, to hedge open a hedge trade when a gap happens and the pending order didn't trigger. Let me show you right here. It happened last weekend or 2 weekends ago due to the French elections or something. Some nonsense that happens in the French politics. Anyway, so let's say you would have opened Friday sell right here, and the expert advisor would have placed, of course, buy stop the recovery distance chosen by you right here. As you can see, during the weekend, the price formed this huge gap. So basically, the price jumped around or above our pending order. In this case, most of the, or I don't know if most or many or some of them, but there are brokers that won't trigger this pending order. And if this pending order doesn't get triggered, basically you are not covered by hedging. So if the price continues to go higher, you will keep losing money from this sell, and you will have this buy stop here open, well, until the price will get back and resume up again, which maybe will not happen, right? So the idea is, and this has been implemented with this setting, when this happens and the price is above, in this case, above a buy stop order, it didn't trigger the buy stop order, then the expert advisor will automatically open a buy order, a hedging buy order. And of course, using the same criteria, the same hedge multiplier or whatever you use there to multiply the lot size of this buy. So if the price goes up, the sum of these two orders, 1 and 2, will soon become equal or bigger than the minimum profit, and then the expert advisor will be able to close those trades. Excuse me. This is what that does. Let me see if there is anything else to talk about within the expert advisor settings. Testing lot, you have the option, well, the trader has the option to set the testing lot size. This is the, I'm not sure if I said so, it writes on the website, but anyway, must be said that the expert advisor doesn't open trades by itself. Basically, if you take it from the navigator and drag it on the chart, it does nothing, absolutely nothing. The expert advisor only hedges an open trade. So, however, in the strategy tester, it opens random buys and sells and hedges them, just so you, the trader, can see how hedging works and how the expert advisor works with your settings, how the lot size, how the expert advisor increases the lot size, and so on. And you also have the option to set the testing lot size to whatever lot size you want. Let's set it to 0.1 to see very fast how the expert advisor would trade. Let's say I want to use the hedge multiplier, and this is double. This is 2, the multiplier. Everything else I will leave the same. Maybe decrease the break even to 30. So the expert advisor will play now, or just leave it 50 with the default settings, not to confuse you anymore. I just want to see the difference between using and not using the hedge multiplier. So I'm using the hedge multiplier. The multiplier is 2. We are closing trades at minimum profit. The minimum profit is almost 0. And we also close the trades that take profit. Let's see what happens. Alright, so if we open the buy of 0.1 here, the expert advisor immediately placed a sell stop order, and it calculated the lot size, so it will be double the size of the first initial order. So the sell stop will be 0.2. The price drops, as you can see, it triggers the sell stop, which becomes an open order, and then the expert advisor places a buy stop, the next hedging order, the next opposite order at the same recovery zone distance, and it calculates the size of the lot size, it calculates the lot size of the buy stop. So the buy, the open buy, and the buy stop together are double than the size of the sell. And as you can see, your recovery zone, or our recovery zone in this example, being 50 pips, it's right this one, right here between the opposite order, between the sells and the buys. And then the price drops, and the expert advisor closes that basket. It closes that basket of 2 trades. It deletes the last pending order, the buy pending order, because we don't need it anymore. And it closes those 2 trades as soon as the sum, because we have closed trades at minimum profit set to true. As soon as the sum reaches minimum profit, which is, how was it? What was it? 0.1, 0.01. Let's say 0. And so on. Then we open a sell of 0.1, and the expert advisor places the buy stop same to obey the multiplier. 0.2, double the size. Trigger the stop loss. Open a buy. We have a sell stop placed by the expert advisor, and this buy closed a take profit. And of course, being only one trade, when it reached take profit, its profit was, of course, bigger than the minimum profit, which is set to 0. And this is how it works with using the hedge multiplier. As I said, if we don't use the hedge multiplier, the expert advisor will use the ratio between the recovery zone and the take profit to calculate the lot size. I'm going to say it again. If the ratio is 1, or meaning that this must be equal 50 to 50, or 100 to 100, or 60 millions, what's there to 660, that's an even number. Let's choose another one. 777 and 777, the ratio is also 1 on 1, right? Then the lot size will be calculated to be double, just the same as it will be with the hedge multiplier set to true. And let's make it to a more real number. Recovery zone 50 pips, take profit 50 pips, everything else is the same. We don't use the hedge multiplier. We still want to close trades at take profit, meaning at break even, better said. And the same thing happens. We open a buy, expert advisor places the double lot size sell stop, it triggers that, it doubles the next pending order again, it closes the basket, and so on. And if you want to use this option, as I said, you must find the right ratio you need between the recovery zone and the take profit to obtain your desired lot size or desired multiplier. As you can see, if the ratio is 1 to 2, recovery zone take profit, then the size of the opposite, the hedge order, is 1.5. As I said, you must find you must play a little with the settings to find your desired settings, your desired lot size. And by the way, many people ask us about an Excel spreadsheet with the lot size regarding this ratio between recovery zone and the take profit. Yeah, we wanted to make one, but since no one is so good at Excel around here, we decided to just introduce this hedge multiplier better. It's much easier and faster for us to solve the Excel request. If you don't want to use this ratio, then use the hedge multiplier, and that's it. I think I covered everything. If there is anything else that I missed, well, please use the contact page on the robotfx.ro website. It's under the help link in the menu out there. You can also check the troubleshooting page if something doesn't work as explained, and I suggest you do it because most of the times there are easy things like the trader didn't enable the automatic trading and so on, or copy the expert advisor into some other folder, such as the indicators folder, or it's expecting the expert advisor to do something else. In this case, I would advise you to go back to the expert advisor's page, or in any case, just to make sure, and watch the video again, read the manual again, and make sure you understand how it works. And also download it again. The demo version is free to download. Click the free download button and choose it from the list. Download it and try it yourself on a demo account. If you have any other questions, well, you can write on the expert advisors page, leave a comment there, YouTube or wherever. But if you want a fast answer, then use the contact page and send us an email right from the form there on the contact page, or just send us an email at support.robotfx.ro. This is it. I hope you understood. Good luck trading and keep in touch. Bye bye.